The end of the Premier League season is almost upon us. Newcastle United are in a race for a top 4 finish, and with it, Champions League qualification. There's 3 games left for most teams, and Newcastle United basically need 2 wins out of 3 in order to secure that Champions League qualification in what would be an unbelievable season for Eddie Howe's men. And we'll also be looking at the other teams in the race, so Manchester United, Liverpool and Brighton. They're the other teams that could possibly qualify in the top 4, and seeing what games they've got left to play and how that might all turn out. Like I say, it's very, very simple for Newcastle. We basically have to win 2 of our remaining 3 games. Now, we have 2 home games coming up. We've got Brighton on Thursday, followed by Leicester on Monday. And the Brighton game is huge. Obviously, it's massive. You can see Newcastle are currently on 66 points, the same as Manchester United, and Liverpool just 1 point behind us. Brighton are still in the race. They have 4 matches left. However, if we beat Brighton on Thursday night, Brighton will be out of the race for the top 4, and we will be 1 win away from qualifying. So, listen, it's very, very simple for Newcastle. It's not that tricky to understand. Win 2 matches and you're in. Get to 72 points and you're in. At the moment, we can get 75 points. We're currently on 66, so that would obviously be 9 more points. Manchester United in the same position as us. They have 3 games left as well. Liverpool are the team that people worry about because they are on this amazing run of form. They beat Leicester 3-0 this week quite comfortably. And they've been on a really good run of form. They've won something like 11 games in a row or something. It is impressive. They've found form at the end of the season with some of their key players coming back from injury. They only have 2 matches left. Now, for Newcastle, if we get to 72 points, there's nothing Liverpool can do about it. There's nothing Brighton can do about it. Liverpool could get to 71 points. If they get to 71 points and Newcastle also finish on 71 points by winning 1 and drawing 2 matches, it would then come down to goal difference. What I would say about the Liverpool game, though, is Liverpool have Aston Villa next. Now, it is at Anfield, so that obviously gives them an edge and an advantage. But Aston Villa are absolutely desperate for European football, and they are wanting a result. So they're going to go to Anfield wanting to get a result. And actually, if that happens, if Villa even draw, let's say the Villa drew with Liverpool, that would mean the maximum points Liverpool could then get would be 69 points. That would mean we'd only need 1 win and a draw, 4 points rather than 6 points. So it would make our job obviously a bit easier. If Villa were to go there and win, then we would just need 1 more win and then the job would be done for us. So it's absolutely, that is a huge match for us coming up this week. The Villa v Liverpool match at Anfield. So keep an eye on that one. As I said, Brighton, they play us next. Now, it's very simple there. If we beat Brighton, Brighton are out of the running for top 4. They can't catch us if we beat them. And so that's obviously good news for us. So really, by the time we play Leicester on Monday, the situation could be really, really, really different. And we have to be confident that we can do it. At the end of the day, we've had some dodgy performances of late. We've had parts of games that we've not played well in, but ultimately we still have been picking up mostly good results. Apart from Villa and Arsenal, we haven't lost many in the last 8 games or so. And we drew with Leeds, which was a little bit disappointing, but that point against Leeds could be absolutely vital by the end of the season. It could be a really crucial point when we look at it. The table looks like this. We're on 66 points. We know that we are guaranteed a top 6 finish, which is just incredible. And, that with it, Europa League football as a minimum. We don't want the Europa League. We want to get in the Champions League. And we know the permutations to do it. Manchester United, no one's really talking about them too much because it's a case of probably 2 from 3 are going to get in the top 6, us, Man United and Liverpool. And it feels like with Manchester United's fixtures, because they're mainly at home, they've got 2 home games against Chelsea and Fulham, it feels like they're probably going to be all right. But Bournemouth away is not an easy game for them either. So, they could drop points as well because, let's be honest, they haven't been playing amazing football for the last couple of months, really, since they won the Carabao Cup. Their performances have kind of gone downhill quite a bit. It's all in Newcastle's hands. It's in our hands. We just have to be confident we can do it. I'm nervous but excited about the game against Brighton. I think the more I think about it, the closer we get to it, that I feel like the team will be really up for it. And I think that Howe will sort the issues out in terms of playing the right balance in midfield. Obviously, Longstaff is questionable. If he comes in and gives us an hour, amazing. If he's not there, I still think Howe will go with a midfield trio of Bruno, Joe Linton, and Joe Willock, and then he'll play probably. I don't think he'll play Isak on the left this time. Is basically what I'm saying. I think it might be Murphy if he's fit, and Gordon, or possibly St. Maximin if he's fit enough. That's what I think will happen. We will see. It is exciting. Ultimately, there's been a lot being said by Newcastle supporters this week. Some people worried, obviously. At the end of the day, this is why we love football, isn't it? We love football because we want this pressure. We want to be in these situations where we are relevant, where we are going for results that would mean we get into Europe's best knockout competition. Like, we want to be in the Champions League. We haven't been in the Champions League for 20 years or whatever it is. So it's all to play for. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm never fully confident because just generally as a fan, I always fear that we're going to mess it up. But I do feel like there's been a lot of doom and gloom from some fans, but not everyone. And I feel like I'm not quite in that boat. I don't feel doom and gloom about it. I feel like we could be all right. And it's just a case of hoping Villa can get a result against Liverpool to make our job easier. But even if Liverpool beat Villa, we can still do it ourselves. We can still win 2 of these last 3 games. And if we don't beat Brighton, I think we'll beat Leicester, and we've got a very good chance of beating Chelsea too. So it's definitely not over. No matter what happens on Thursday, we can do it. And that is where we're at. I'll do another one of these updates after the next round of fixtures, and we'll see what the situation is then.